All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to just kind of recap the MABDR a little bit. We had a great time. We
won an AT.
An Africa Twin. And so, yeah, we're just going to talk a little bit about what we did for the weekend, starting with Friday morning.
Friday morning, we got up kind of early, headed towards Johnson City, Tennessee to get me a tire.
We went to Jim's Motorcycle.
Jim's Motorcycle in Johnson City. I discovered them on my first trip up the BDR. And
all right, guys, first stop is at Jim's Motorcycle Shop in Johnson City, Tennessee.
You found my tire, and because they did such a good deal for me and kept me on the road, I decided that's where I was going to buy tires and such in the future. And they had the tire in stock, so went over there, got a tire put on, and I think we
had a good donut.
We had a good donut there. Then we went to Damascus. We took the long way to Damascus.
Yes, we knew we weren't going to be doing a whole lot of the MABDR on that day, so we decided to take the long way to Damascus and explore some of the really cool roads. Went up underneath the natural bridge.
Yeah.
On
Remember the bear?
Yes, we ran. Well, we didn't run into a bear, but it almost could have run into a bear. Bear almost ran into Roger.
The bear ran beside you for 100 yards or so, then he decided to cross the road in front of us. But yeah, we did have a bear encounter.
Yep, and of course, neither one of us had a camera going.
Of course not.
It seemed to be the theme for the route, as far as wildlife was concerned. We didn't catch much of it on camera, but we did see a lot.
A lot.
Mm-hmm. So we left Jim's and we headed up to Damascus, and we got on the MABDR on Friday on Section 1. All right, guys, we are officially on the MABDR. But it was 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
When we started?
Yeah, Section 1.
No, we were forgetting a very important part about Damascus.
Oh, yes, we stopped because someone was hungry.
We had gas station chicken and potato wedges.
He had gas station chicken and potato wedges. I had Gatorade.
And I had gas station chicken and potato wedges at the end of Section 1.
Yes. And so we started Section 1 later in the day.
Yes.
And we ended up completing it.
No.
No, we went, that's when we stayed at Raccoon Branch.
Yeah. So we only probably did 30 to, I guess 30, maybe 30, possibly 35, 40 miles. I don't know. Mm-hmm. We didn't look it up.
Yeah.
But we did a section or a portion of Section 1 up north of Marion, Virginia.
Correct.
We thought about staying at Hungry Mother, but didn't work out because they were full.
Yep.
And we ended up going to Raccoon Branch.
Now, Raccoon Branch was on 16, but not the 16 that is considered the back of the Dragon. It was going in the other direction. And it was probably 20 minutes up 16 to get to Raccoon Branch. And as we were driving up, we saw a window with a couple of old motorcycles in it. We didn't know what that was all about, but we noted it when we rode by. And then we went to Raccoon Branch Campground and we spent the night there. And it was great. Where we set up our tents, there was hardly anybody around. We did hear somebody with a generator, but he shut it off at quiet hours, I guess. And then we went and we got gas station pizza for dinner.
Sorry.
And on the way back from our gas station pizza, we decided to stop where we saw the motorcycles. We were going to take some pictures of the motorcycles in the window. Well, lo and behold,
it was a restaurant. Turn of the century general store converted into a very fine restaurant. Kind of a reservation only. They cook so many meals and they have only so many seats, but very nice. Had a long conversation with the owner, the proprietors there. Found out the woman lived near here where we lived for a while, and found out that Jim set land speed records in a Volkswagen Beetle and restored impeccably some motorcycles.
Yes, and he had newspaper clippings and pictures and photos, and pretty interesting man. I would have loved to have been able to spend more time just talking to him.
It was a nice place.
Yes.
You wouldn't know by passing it what it was there. So it's a word of mouth type of establishment, and the phone was ringing, and yes, we have a table. We have a table. You know, you need 4 people, 8 people, 10 people, and it turned out, you know, we had a great conversation with them.
Yep, and it was called Sarah's Place. If you happen to be up on 16 on the other side of Marion from the back of the Dragon, go check it out. Pretty cool
They're
place.
even on that map, the fabulous roads in West Virginia and Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Was it Freeman Maps?
Yeah, the Wild America Maps or something.
Something.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are even listed on there.
Okay, good.
Number 21.
So then day 2 is where things get a little bit weird, I guess. We finished section 1.
All right, folks. Well, we just finished section 1.
But it was 1:30 in the afternoon. I remember that specifically when we finished 1.
And even though it's, I don't know, 1:30 in the afternoon.
Because we stopped and got gas station chicken again.
Yeah, at the Chevron that used to be the Marathon.
Right. And that's the end of section 1.
Yes.
That's where we stopped. That's where you grabbed some more chicken. And we didn't know what to do at that point. Section 2 is only 80 miles. But it's 1:30 in the afternoon. We go do that 80 miles. You know, now we're looking at getting to a campground a little bit later, and we decided we were going to go to Doughtit State Park, which was 30 miles from the end of section 2. So we debated for a brief amount of time, and then we just got on and we did section 2 as well. And section 2 being 80 miles is just a little bit too short for a full day, but adding it to section 1 can make for a long day. So
And then adding the additional 30 miles from Covington to Douthit State Park could make it for a long day.
And it did. We ended up having a long day. Even though we didn't do the entire section 1, we did a lot of it. So we did section 1, section 2.
Roger, what did we just finish?
Tub Run Road.
Yes.
Another 30 miles, then rolled into Doughtit State Park. But it was still light out, but not for very long when we got there.
Yeah, by the time I got shower done, camp set up, it was getting dark.
Yeah, it was too dark. We didn't even do a recap of the day like we normally do.
Not enough light for us to do anything sitting around the campfire, but we did build a fire, and it was kind of cool. You could tell we were both a little tired because we didn't hang out at the fire as long. We let it burn down and
went into the tents.
Inflated the air mattress 3 times.
Now, I don't think I slept great, but I slept better the second night than the first night because I was getting used to the air mattress that I have. It was brand new. So going into section 3, I think I slept better than I had going into section 1 and 2. Section 3 was a long day. We had a lot of miles to cover, nearly 200, and at the end of it was Moorfield, West Virginia. And we were going to stay at a hotel. And we had it in our head that we could not wait to get to that hotel to spend the night and have a really good night's sleep, and we needed to do laundry. So when we took off for section 3, we talked about how we didn't have to get it done, but we both wanted to get it done.
Yeah, the clothes and the laundry, that was kind of important.
Yep, it was very important at that point.
I think next attempt I'll take a few extra changes of clothes.
Yeah, same here. And so we did section 3, and it took us all day. We got to the hotel, although I think we got to the hotel earlier than we got to Doughtit State Park by like an hour or so.
Yeah, I do believe we were there. We got to the hotel earlier.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this in one of my videos about not having that predetermined place already set. I didn't like, once we got to Moorfield, there's very limited accommodations close, and I was done. I didn't want to ride 30 miles to go to the next town to stay in a hotel. So I don't like that. I mean, I think the next time I'm going to make the reservations before I leave for those hotel nights.
Yeah. So if you're going to stay at a hotel.
And if I lose my money on it, I'll lose my money on it. But I just like the idea of knowing this is where I'm going. I'm going to, slide in it, right before dark, and things are good.
Right. Now, overall, the whole MABDR, and of course, we only did sections 1, 2, and 3, but you've seen all that. Overall, the whole MABDR was excellent. I mean, I loved every bit of it, but the technical parts of it that had me a little bit nervous before I went on the MABDR, I had no need to be nervous. It was not a big deal. I don't think we ran into anything that was so technical that either one of us were like, we really need to think about this. We just did it. You know, I think the toughest thing we dealt with was the deep gravel.
Yeah, the parts of Tub Run Road with the exposed rocks and not much gravel, if it was wet in the rainy season, that would be a tough day. If it was real wet and raining, that could be, you know, a rut fest, and it could be sporty.
Yes.
But the last couple of miles of Tub Run Road did have deep, what I call railroad ballast.
I can't keep a straight line to save my life.
You go to a railroad track and you look at the gravel there. That's the size, this size, and it was loose. You can tell it hadn't been there that long.
That's shit, real shit, no shit.
And you know, that was kind of tough because in my mind, all I wanted to do was get to our destination, and you know, because of the deep gravel, I slowed down and I wanted to go faster.
I'll just slow down and plow. And I know I should.
Probably should have went faster, and it would have been not as bad, but.
And this is where I'm going to say, see my video about the road, where getting tired and then riding this kind of stuff changes the way you ride, because you slowed down going through the gravel knowing full well that you needed to go a little faster. Now, it didn't result in any issues or anything, but we were tired.
Just a lot more wiggling.
And we were just a little bit more tired because, you know, you hadn't slept as well that night because of your deflating air mattress. And, you know, we had done some work. So tired definitely affects riding ability. I have come to that conclusion, and I also think that riding with someone helps your riding ability. And so I think that MABDR felt easy to me in most sections because I had somebody with me. And of course, running around here and going on some of the off-road stuff that we'd done around here helped. Made me feel like, okay, I can handle pretty much anything the MABDR throws at me as long as it's dry.
Yeah, under wet conditions, section 2 and 3 would have been a lot more difficult.
Section 2 had the Tub Run Road, and it had sections on it that were technical and, you know, a little bit rough. As a matter of fact, I know somebody who went up Tub Run Road and hit that deep gravel like a day or two after us, still dry. Dumped the bike, couldn't get it back up, had to wait for help, ended up going home because they got pulled muscles. It can happen, you know, you gotta ride it. And we enjoyed it. We enjoyed the whole MABDR. We can't wait to get back out there. I can't wait to get back out there. I just have to wait for him, so, because I'm not doing it alone. Yeah, you know, we'll be back. We will be doing the MABDR again, and we'll do a better job of filming it. Film the water crossings. We had some great water crossings.
Wait. There is the dilemma. In my mind, the entire time, I'm fighting with myself. Stop, take the picture, take the video. But what was I thinking? Still got 140 miles to go.
Right.
Still got 140 miles to go. So my biggest regret of the second attempt of the MABDR is I didn't stop, take the pictures, didn't take the video. Would I have made it to the destinations in the time that I had in my head? No. It would have been later. Would have been longer days. That's where I'm having this whole issue with not trying to do more than one section at a day.
Oh yeah, we definitely have to one section at a day. I mean, that's got to be what we set ourselves to do next time. And section 3 is the longest one of the whole group, so.
But how much of section 3 do you regret not filming?
Oh, a ton.
How much water crossing film do you have?
None.
Or media?
But again, on section 3, there's really not a lot you can do. You pretty much have to do section 3. There's not a lot of places to get off the route and go find a place to stay. So we got done with section 3 a little bit earlier than we did the day before when we ended up at Dowd. Because we didn't stop. But if we had stopped, say we added another hour to our ride, we still would have been to the hotel before dark. And we weren't planning on
Was
camping.
Brandywine on 2 or 3?
2.
Do you remember parting the waters there before Brandywine?
Yeah, but hey, no video evidence, unfortunately.
I just seen water 15 feet in the air is all. I'm like, what's he doing?
That was when the brakes started to show their ugly head, and I was having trouble. Saw that water crossing a little bit too late. I was going kind of sporty,
Just a little spicy.
and I hit that rear brake, and the bike just didn't want to stop. So it was either dump the bike in the middle of that creek or just go through it. So I hit it at, I don't know, 20, 30 miles an hour.
40.
And that water went up over me. It looked like I was surfing in the curl. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. It's a long one. I hope everyone can stay well, stay safe, stay happy, and please stay tuned because there will be more MABDR eventually.
If we can wait till October.
Right. See ya.